What's up guys, welcome to Vintage Genetics, where it is all about classic bodybuilding. And this is Q&A number 9 already. Number 9. Well, it's been a while since I've done a Q&A, and I haven't asked you guys for specific questions, but I've gathered some questions from Facebook, Instagram and comments, and I'll be answering them in this video. And I'm already gonna tell you, if you have any other questions, please put them down below in the comments so I can keep doing these Q&A videos if there's enough people who want their questions answered. That is. Let's go to the first question by Jesse Jim. Hi Wesley, huge fan from Hong Kong since the beginning. I have a question for Q&A if it's possible. I've been training for 2 years now. My body grew very fast. However, now my body is growing very slow. Even I changed my training program and diet. Any idea that what I can do, or what do you suggest? Well, you gotta realize when you're a beginner, the first 1 to 2 years will always be the fastest growing years you will ever experience. After that, what's important is consistency. A lot of people, they change their workout program too often, and they cannot build a foundation on certain exercises. I did the same plan for 3 to 4 years when I was starting out. I started when I was 14 until 18 years old. I grew a lot by doing the same exercises. For example, the lat pull down, the V-bar pull down, the seated row. Those were basically the 3 exercises I regularly did for back, and I just made sure that I became very strong at those. And after only 1 to 2 years, you still have not reached enough strength on basic exercises. You can still improve. And when your strength improves, your physique will improve, but it won't be as fast as it was the first few years. So you gotta keep that in mind. So what I suggest you do is still stick to the basics, and only when you're plateauing for 2 weeks at a time, then change up the exercises, but keep doing that certain plan for a longer period of time again. Bodybuilding is about consistency as well in the training as in the diet. So that's my tip to you. Nothing special, but it's something that some people just need to hear. Next question by Hadoken. Hey, I got a question. When I do bench press, my lats are sometimes burning as well, like I am training them. To be honest, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Can someone help? Well, actually, you might not be doing anything wrong at all. Because when you bench press, this is how you want to position yourself. You always pull back your scapula. As you can see, the back is being pulled back. And the lats will aid in this as well, for some people more than the others. For me, I just feel it in my upper traps more. But it is possible when being strained by a lot of weight that keeping your back in this position will cause it to burn, because it's still a contraction of the back, of the lats. So you're not doing anything wrong if you've got an arched back, and if you are stable on the bench with your shoulders, then you're not doing anything wrong. The more you do it, the less your back will feel fatigued. And maybe you trained back the day before, possibly, or legs, which already causes some muscle ache in the back, so that could cause it as well. Next question by Ninix23. Wes, could you tell us your current workout split? Well, to make it short, I have 2 different weeks that I alter. So week 1 would be the typical split that I do. Monday, it's just quads and calves. Tuesday or Wednesday is usually a rest day, but one of those days I do upper chest and triceps. Then Thursday comes around, I do hamstrings and calves. Friday I do usually back and biceps. Saturday is a rest day, and then Sunday I do chest and triceps again. So 2 times chest in a week, 1 time back, and 2 times legs, because my upper chest and my legs are my weaker points, And my back, I do a lot of shrugs throughout the workouts of the week as well to create some more thickness on the upper back. But I only train back once a week that first week. But the second week is a superset week in which I superset chest and back at the same time. So that will look like Monday and Thursday, the leg days will be the same, but I train chest and back twice a week that week and arms once a week. Again, arms is a smaller muscle group. If you train it too many times, it will actually not respond as well to growing. At least for me, I don't need to train it that often. But chest and back, as basically a Tuesday or a Wednesday, I do back and chest. So start out with the back exercise and do a chest exercise, and usually Saturday or Sunday I do the other chest and back, starting out with the chest and then the back exercise during each superset. And on Friday I do arm supersets. But the main difference between my previous workout splits is that I only train 5 times a week instead of 6. I just noticed an incredible amount of fullness that I achieved. Fullness. From taking more rest, taking more time off, from actually allowing my body to recover. Because over time I noticed I was not able to recover. But during competitions, the benefit of overtraining is that you do lose more body fat, but you at the same time build less muscle. And that is not what we want. Next question. Andy Rama asks, could you tell me something about partial reps versus full range of motion? Because I see huge people on YouTube that say partial reps with a rep range of around 15 to 30 are better for muscle building, and they claim to be natural. Well, if it's a huge bodybuilder on YouTube and at the same time natural, I don't know. But okay, so the thing about this is that full range of motion will always be better than partial range, but the partials do have their place in bodybuilding. The thing about this is that when you watch footage from Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, and other big bodybuilders at the top of the world of bodybuilding, at least back in the day, they almost all do partial reps. Like on the chest press, this is what they do. They don't go all the way up. And you should not look to them as an example, because they are the genetic elite. Whether they do half reps or full range of motion, they simply let the muscle grow regardless, because it still gets the proper amount of tension and contraction they need to make it grow at the most efficient rate. But for most of us who have average, slightly above or under average genetics, full range of motion is very important, because we all know that muscles grow because of time under tension, which is increased when you have a longer range of motion. That means there's a longer time under tension, and you prevent injuries. And we all know that a lot of bodybuilders, for example Jay Cutler, who does half reps a lot of times in his videos, who did have a tore bicep, for example, it's just a very injury-prone way to exercise. The only benefit there is to half reps is, for example, if you have elbow pains, when you do half reps of this, you won't be able to feel the elbow lock in. And when it doesn't lock in, you won't feel the pain. So when you do partials, it'll just purely be the chest without really activating this area right here. But I don't think the benefits of that outweigh the results of full range of motion. So I suggest doing that always. Next question by ZZZXXZZZ. Well, that's an interesting name. Tell me how to make the muscle soreness go away quickly. Takes me 3 to 4 days for the soreness to go away. Should I work out the muscle when it is sore? So there's basically two questions. Well, to answer your last question, yes, you can work out when your muscle is sore. It doesn't mean your muscle itself is not recovered, but it might mean that there still are some toxins left in your system that were not cleaned up by your body, so to say, before your next workout. But it doesn't mean your muscle isn't repaired. A lot of muscle ache is caused by toxins that are left in the muscles when working out. That's why doing cardio after legs, for example, just cycling for 15 or 20 minutes will alleviate a lot of muscle ache in the legs compared to if you don't do cardio at all. It's all about the blood flow through the system. Now combine this with enough micronutrients, minerals and vitamins, then your body is actually able to pull away these toxins because all these nutrients are in your blood, fixing, cleaning, helping your organs, your liver, your kidneys, and getting rid of all the toxins, and you won't feel as much muscle ache at all. I barely feel muscle ache myself. I eat a lot of vegetables, quite a lot of fruit. I do cardio pretty much after every workout, some not even that intensively, just to make sure that there's enough blood flow. And sometimes stretching helps as well. Especially after legs, allowing the toxins to break up from the muscles and to be thrown through the circulatory system to the liver to clean it up. So yes. Next question. P. Money Miller asks, what 5 supplements do you daily, bro? Do you take daily, bro? Well, I've got a few here actually. 5 supplements. Okay, well, the first one is whey protein or whey isolate. I take that with my oatmeal in the morning and after my workout. So that's number 1. Creatine, which I suggest you guys using 5 grams every single day of your life. No need to cycle it. Creatine works. It pumps the muscle up more, forces more fluid from your skin to go into the muscle. Yes, you hold more water, but it's on the right places. Number 3 would be omega-3. This is an inflammation reducing supplement. If you eat enough fatty fish, you don't need the supplement, but I just want it as an extra to make sure that I'm always in the top range for a healthy cholesterol lipid profile in the blood as well. Then another one would be liver support by Cytec. This is basically milk thistle, 250 milligrams per capsule. I take about 2 of these a day in the morning and after training. What I just mentioned in the other question about muscle soreness, this will actually help you as well. It makes the liver more efficient at cleaning out the toxins in your blood and actually good for your skin as well. And lastly, well, what should I choose? I do think, well, a pre-workout, caffeine pills, I think. I use caffeine pills or in combination with arginine, citrulline and stuff like that. So basically the package of the pre-workout formula is my 5th choice as a supplement, which is not necessary at all, but just to get a little extra edge in the gym. Next question. Wesley by Kyle Aschenberg. Wesley, are you adding size medium to your shirt tank top inventory soon? Yes, we are. Actually, everything sold out a lot quicker than we anticipated. But right away we did order a lot more clothing from where we ordered from, but because of the holidays it had 1 to 2 weeks of a delay because a lot of people were working around that time. So even though we already ordered it in mid-December, or early December actually, the order is still not ready because there was a 2-week delay in between, but it will be ready this or next week. And even more than that, new arrivals will come to the vintagegenetics.com store for sure. And thank you guys for buying the brand, for supporting Vintage Genetics, because that will make me able to invest in even cooler more amazing workout clothing and apparel. It's just amazing. So many ideas, you'll see. Anyway, yeah. Next question, last question, by Randy Mabel 01. Don't you think that HGH also is a factor in the bubble gut phenomena? HGH makes the organs grow. Well, this is because of the video I did about the TVA, the transfer abdominis. I was telling in that video that the bubble gut, the protruding gut of the pro bodybuilders, is because mainly the TVA, which is your deeper abdominal walls, is weakened and does not compress your organs in anymore, but lets them out. Basically, the organs are pushing against it because it's weakened because of the constant pressure of the food that is being eaten. Now, of course, I realize this is only one factor, but I thought it was a very interesting factor that wasn't mentioned quite a lot, actually. Almost not at all on YouTube. At least not what I could find. It's always all about the drugs. So yes, the combination of using the HGH and possibly insulin with a lot of food causes the organs to swell and the TVA that holds the organs back to weaken at the same time. Because the organs are pushing against it, the food is pushing against it, this connective tissue, it weakens because of the pressure. And that's why a lot of pro bodybuilders are not able to do the vacuum, because the vacuum, the only way to do it is to contract the TVA, but when it's weakened, of course, it will be more difficult to do so. So I hope I cleared that one up. Yes, of course, the HGH plays a big role, but it's not the sole cause of it at all. So those were the questions of today. If you have more questions, please ask them down below. I will note the best in a document like I did just now, and I will answer them pretty soon again. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and don't forget to stay golden. This is tiring stuff, man. You train your stamina at the same time. That's how classic bodybuilding works. It's healthy and it builds muscle.